Alright guys, welcome back to Pretty. We're picking up right exactly where we left off. JB the Third here with you from VNsNow.com. And we are in the middle of EVN Bingo, the video edition. So far, bringing up the card, we have the fantasy supernatural themes, obviously. We got an all Japanese cast. If VN has text, so we got that one. We got anime style artwork. We got a high school setting. And so far it's the kinetic novel, and it feels, so far, I don't think we're going to have event CGs unless they're at the end. It feels like a male protagonist, so it could be wrong. I don't know. I have not done my research. I literally just got something to eat, and decided I'll pick up from where I left off without doing any research on it. But feels like a male protagonist. I'm going to bring it up at some point, so we'll be able to confirm it before the end of the game. But anyway, let's get back to what we were doing. Worst scream ever. My phone caught me completely off guard. I fumble around my pocket. Hold on, let me stretch my tongue out. Can't trip up over words in this one. I fumble around my pocket. It's Tomo on the worst phone ever. Hello? That guy. Hi. Hearing her voice, even through a static filter of the phone, is comforting for some reason. I hear her let out a heavy sigh. Need something? No, nothing. I just wanted to talk. Aw, that's cute. You actually miss me. And there's Tomo's signature scarf. Yeah, I just got home from Kyrie's house. Oh yeah? How was that? She's... how do I put this? More interested in vampires than I am. I hear Tomo lightly giggle. Didn't even think that'd be possible. I sigh. Hey, I'm not that bad, am I? You're the only one I know who visits the websites you do. Smart ass. That's because I'm probably her only friend. Okay, is this some kind of contest for who's the most pathetic person in this game? That guy? Are you still there? What? Oh yeah, I'm still here. Something on your mind? Yeah, that unnerving dark visage. The splotch of black. I saw something today. You did? Like what? I don't know what it was. Some shadowy looking thing. Like a dark blur. Tomo grows quiet for a bit. Her tone becomes a bit more solemn. Seriously? No joke. It was just standing there for a split second. Then it disappeared. I froze up when I saw it. You're okay though, right? Yeah, just a bit startled maybe. I hear her sigh again. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Just remember to do your homework. Yeah, totally not doing that. Yeah, whatever. See you tomorrow. Yeah, of course. I've been feeling a little preoccupied about the shadow since I got home. Couldn't really enjoy dinner. Don't think I plan to tell my parents. There's nothing to tell yet. Nothing's happened. You saw a shadow. It could have been a squirrel. It could have been a mongoose. It could have been anything. There's nothing that says it was a vampire other than your overactive imagination. They'd get way too excited about the Curie news. So I decided to stay quiet about the whole issue. I laid in my bed thinking of that shadow. I thought, oh, for the love of God, man. If I try to shut my eyes, they snap right back open. It wasn't that scary. It was just too dark. All I see are shadows. Sleep isn't coming easy tonight. I reach for my nightstand. Let's see what the internet has to say. So, let me get this straight. In order to calm our nerves about irrational fears, we're going to the place where irrational fear rules. The internet. Clever. Bright. I rub my eyes vigorously. crap. I forgot to do my homework. Nothing happened. Yet another scene where nothing happens. Well, let me back that up. Excuse me. You may hear a television on in the background. I was trying to check the score from Major League Baseball. Let me turn that down. Hope you didn't hear that. But let me back this up for half a second. Nothing happened worth being afraid of. And then you try to confirm something worth being afraid of. You do not get that confirmation because the screen on the cell phone was too bright. Next scene? Whatever. Only a couple of more months before I don't have to come back here. I walk up the stairs and through the open door. I didn't recognize her from behind, but I passed by Kyrie. She spots me. Oh, good morning, that guy. How are you today? She's awfully chipper. Probably got her full pint in last night. Can't complain, couldn't sleep much last night, but that's nothing special. I yawned to cement my point. What are you doing for lunch today? Not much, I guess. Would you like to have lunch with me? We could read up on more vampire things if you like. I found a couple of new books in the school library this morning. The library? Does anyone even go there anymore? Apparently so, dumbass. Well, I guess it's bound to have something I haven't seen before. I sincerely doubt it. I shoot her a sour look. She playfully taps me on the head. But how about it? I shrug. Can't hurt, couldn't it? Could it? I might learn something new. Sure. Great. I usually have lunch in Mrs. Co's classroom. Code of Faith Stealer. It's nice and quiet. Perfect for reading. Alright. I'll see you then. Kyrie smiles and walks off to her class. Speaking of class, let me go run like a moron because I was running late. I enter the room and spot Tomo. She waves lazily. I take my seat next to her. Morning. You look tired. Hardly got any sleep last night. Felt like I was running around everywhere. Looks like the sleepiness is contagious. The teacher sets his bag down at the front desk and... Okay, I know my English is terrible because I'm from Georgia. And I know you only have a month, but this is the basic stuff. Make sure that the is in the sentence. The teacher sets his bag down at the front desk and the lecture begins. I'm definitely not in the mood to hear about evolution right now. I seriously can't wait to graduate and be done with this place. Tomo can read the apathy on my face. Hopefully the teacher can. I look up at him quickly. He's got his back to the class and is writing on the board. Now would be a perfect time for a nap. Asshole. Like, oh yeah, I'm not interested in evolution, so let me sleep because I was scared all night of something that I couldn't prove and didn't know exactly what I saw. It's like that scene in Nicole when she was scared about a squirrel going through the bushes. So dark. The surface of the desk chills my face. Why does the teacher have to talk so loud? This isn't working. I lean over to Tomo. Is class almost over yet? Not yet, but we're doing group work. Oops. Pull your weight, you bum. I smirk at her and sit up straight in my desk. So what do you know about vampires? Tomo scoffs and shakes her head. I know they're not real. Okay, let's just take this outfit, this school uniform, is this normal for the course or... I'm not familiar with Japanese uniforms, so... But I thought it was two pieces, like the shirt and the skirt. I didn't think it was one long piece that stopped before her waistline. But maybe that's just me? You don't know that for sure. You don't have proof to the contrary. Why are you asking me? Aren't you the vampire expert? Since when did I become an expert? I'm just wondering what you know. Are you trying to impress Kyrie with some brand new facts? I shake my head. She smirks and put down her pencil. As if Tomo would know something that I won't know. What's that supposed to mean? You guys have been friends forever, so there is a possibility that you know enough about her to know that there's some things that she knows that you don't know. You know? Aren't they allergic to garlic salt or something? Okay, she's probably a vampire too. Both of the girls we've seen so far are vampires. I'm putting that in there. Garlic, yeah. There are plenty of sources for vampire lore though. Some legends don't mention garlic. Sometimes they can turn into bats. Some stories include some weird rules about running water. Actually, I believe that's the main, could be wrong, but I think that's the main story of Dracula, where he couldn't cross water. Like, if you jumped over a river and he was chasing you, he couldn't cross it. He would have to be carried over. So, I think that was Dracula. Someone look into that for me. But there are a few common themes in all the legends. They drink blood and can't go out into sunlight. Sunlight? I know that's one of the legends, but come on. There's no way sunlight would take out a vampire. How do you mean? You'd think after thousands of years of modern technology, they'd figure out ways around something as simple as sunlight, wouldn't you? Definitely a vampire groupie. Or maybe she's a bride, I don't know. Like sunblock. If she's... It worked in Blade! Deacon Frost used it to great effect. Is she even serious right now? Would that even work? How should I know? Okay, the stupid little girl act is now fooling me. She tapped me on the forehead. They're not real. Tomo and I share a quiet laugh. Well, you brought it up. Well, think about it. What are they supposed to do? Stay inside all day with the curtains drawn? I shrugged my shoulders. Like, how do they get their groceries? Oh my god, if this chick isn't involved somehow, like, she's either a vampire or a vampire hunter, one or the other. Because this is the worst I don't know anything act I've ever seen in my life. It's not like there are too many places that are open at night. Do vampires even eat regular food? I mean, they're undead, right? What does that even mean? Undead. It's dumb. You can't be alive and dead. I'm sure they need their other vitamins and minerals. This is an actual side scene in this game. This is supposed to be important to the plot. And their proteins and fats. Well, let me take that back slightly. We are looking at slightly better character development because obviously this is a ploy. So that makes Tomo more interesting. But again, real friends don't talk this ridiculously about stuff. At least I would hope not. Just not the garlic flavored kind. Poor vampires. They're missing out. Did Kyria manage to teach you anything new? Nothing that I couldn't have figured out on my own. Yeah, I'm sure you already know all there is to know. You probably spent all last night researching vampires. I nodded admittingly. She's almost right. I was thinking about that shadow. So your excuses suck? You don't deserve to be sleepy. Does she count as a Sindira? I would love to have that block filled, but I don't think she technically counts. I told you about that shadow, right? I had to figure out what that was. Doesn't matter, you spent the whole night on the internet, slacker. And what are your reasons? I had a bad dream. How's that an excuse any better than mine? Aw, poor baby. I put on my most insincere sympathy face. What was it about? I can hardly remember. Felt like something was chasing me, but I was chasing something. So you were running a marathon? Smooth, that guy. And you wondering why the ladies just don't chuck their panties at you when you walk down the hall. I was definitely running, that's for sure. But where I was going, I have no idea. Talk about running brings back memories of PE class. Yeesh. So Kyria actually let you in her apartment? Yeah, believe it or not. It was actually a pretty impressive place. I've known you for longer, and I don't think I'm letting you anywhere near my house. Weirdo. Tomo sticks her tongue out at me. She actually had a lot of things to share. Books I've never seen before. And these crazy photos and reports. Awesome stuff. Well, are you in love with her? There didn't need to be a comment there. You're just hilarious. We're actually getting lunch together. Want to join us? I don't know. I've got other things to do. She looks away nervously. Like what? You know, stuff. I've known her long enough to know that she's lying to me. Yep. Is this about Kyrie? Tomo looks down. You know, if you got to know her, you might actually like her. I don't hate her. It's just, Tomo lets out a frustrated sigh. What do you think she's after? I shrug. Some excitement? A break from the normal world? Maybe she's actually interested in this stuff. Certainly seemed like it yesterday. And how exactly did yesterday go? We had a good time talking about vampires. I told you this. Are you sure she's just not playing you? I had my suspicions at first, but really? You honestly think I'm that gullible? Last I checked, you're gullible enough. You're gullible enough to believe in all of the super. Okay, back it up, JP. Last I checked, you're gullible enough to believe in all of this supernatural crap. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and fill in the Sundara box, because if this isn't typical Sundara behavior, I don't know what is. She just hasn't called me stupid yet. So Sundara box, check. I don't believe in them. Then why do you keep spending time with Kyrie? Is it wrong to have an interest in vampires? Oh, come on, man. Don't go down so pathetically. Everyone in the room knows that's not what you're interested in, so just be honest. Come on, you should know me better. Tomo opens her mouth like she's going to say something, but stops. I don't want to hear anything more about vampires. You know I hate that supernatural garbage. It makes me sick. She stands up and moves to another table. Boom. Tomo stayed quiet through the rest of the class. If I had to talk to her, I stayed away from the topics of Kyrie or monsters. That was a little more awkward than it should have been. I wonder what gotten into her. Leaving the joke that first came to my mind alone. At least morning classes are over. Tomo's still mad, it looks like. Hey, I'll see you later. Yeah. I can't blame Tomo for not wanting to come along. If I learned one thing in high school, it's that not everyone's a fan of this kind of stuff. Fortunately, I know someone that is. You cannot be this dense. Why are our male protagonists in these anime-inspired works so dense? I'm pretty sure Kyrie's class is right down the hall. I passed by a handful of people on their way out the door. Room 112. I think this is it. Does that mean? Okay, does 112 mean? Because in Japan, from my understanding, the classrooms are numbered by letters and numbers, like A1, B2, so forth and so on. I may have to do a little research into that, but if that's true, and this is not Japan, that's bingo. And there's Kyrie, sitting at her desk, eating an apple. She waits me over. She's got a book open on her desk. Hey, you. She smiles at me as I sit across from her. What are you reading? Vampire novel. Not with the sparkly. Again with the Twilight jokes. Okay, even I think the Twilight jokes have gotten old. Bring something fresh to the table. Kyrie laughs a bit. Of course not. This one's pretty grisly. What, vampires tearing humans apart? Nope. Vampires versus vampires. Is that even a thing? Yeah. That's crazy. Well, the one vampire used to be a human. A vampire hunter, actually. And his hunts weren't all too successful, I'm guessing. Right. So the only way he could actually defeat a vampire was to become one himself, losing his identity in the process. Sounds like the hunter was too obsessed with his prey. I felt more like the hunter was making a noble sacrifice. Well, when you put it that way, I guess he was doing the justice. But at what cost? Kyrie takes a bite out of her apple. Could you imagine being a vampire? She shakes her head. It must suck. Really, that guy? It sucks. Kyrie snickers and shakes her head. Stupid puns. I swear I did not mean to. Super puns just come naturally to this guy. Vampirism is a curse. Could you imagine? After the hunter becomes a vampire, he's just kind of stuck like that. He'd be dependent on blood. He'd feel alienated from his old friends and family. You know, not too different from me. Aside from the whole blood part. Kyria finishes her apple and flips back through the book. Did you know that vampires don't have reflections either? Of course I did. Soulless creatures with nothing else to live for except killing. Okay, are these things sympathetic or not in this game? Can we draw a line in the sand here? If they're still even alive. Are vampires considered living beings? Or are they really smart zombies? You know, that's a pretty good question. Kyria is silent. Kyria is silent for a bit while she thinks. I'd say they're alive. Why so? Well, they have feelings and emotions, right? Do they? I've always known vampires to be the cool, collected types that are strictly business. Well, if a human can become a vampire, then they're sure to be somewhat human-like. Vampire, right here. So that you're saying they still have a soul then? A soul? I'd imagine, at least I'd think so. How does the vampire hunter character act in the book? Don't know. The book ends after he kills the other vampire. Well, that's lame. So, you said that vampires can't be killed by humans. Well, I'm sure it's possible, but vampire versus vampire seems like a more fair fight. Probably more entertaining, too. Again, I've seen Blade. Yes, much more entertaining. Oh, wow. Lunch is over? Time flies, right? I'll see you later, that guy. This was fun. I'd best be heading back to my class. Kyria and I both pack up our things before leaving the room. It's kind of strange. We spend the entirety of lunch discussing something that probably isn't even real. I had a lot of fun with it. And so the rest of the day goes on. The final bell. Finally. Hey, that guy, we're still gonna hang out today, right? Just you and me? Yeah, sounds good. Okay, for those of you who can't see it, for some reason my mouse keeps going off to the left end. I don't know why that's happening, but oh well. You know, it's been a little while since the last time I had some one-on-one time with her. Something must be bugging her. She seems different today. Tomo sighs loudly as we walk. Something on your mind? We kind of need to talk about something. Is it about Kyria? What's the matter? Are you jealous? She sighs. No, that's not it. Then what's the issue then? It's about, Kyria. Nice. I sigh. Of course it is. And what about her? I don't know, I just don't think you should be spending so much time with her. Of course she doesn't. I tune out for a bit. This isn't worth me listening to. Nobody tells me who I can and can't be friends with. She has no reason to be talking about Kyria. She hardly even knows her. Why can't she just accept the fact that I can make new friends? This is like the dark side of the Brony universe. Why can't I be friends with you? Of course I had to sneak in a Brony joke. It's from the folks that are making Star Swirl. Is she actually jealous? I just don't understand why she isn't willing to give her a chance. Why isn't she willing to give me a chance? What's gotten into you, Tomo? That guy, are you even listening to me? Tomo puts her hands on my arms and looks me in the eyes. She never looked this sincere before. Sincere! That's a sincere look! Okay. Kyria's bad news, okay? Just, please, stay with me. Just then I feel a hand on my shoulder. Round 1. Fight! I instinctively turn around to see Kyria smiling at me. I smile back at her. Hey, that guy. Oh, is this your friend? Hi, I'm Kyria. She offers Tomo a handshake. Tomo crosses her arms. Could she be more immature? Okay, then. You don't mind me stealing our little that guy for a second, do you? Kira pulls me close and whispers in my ear. Let's meet in the park after school today. Sorry, guys. My voice kind of seized up there, but I'm back in action. Let's meet in the park after school today. Okay, something's gonna happen. She smiles as it's okay. Supposed to say she smiles and grabs my hand and leads me away. No, that guy. I should have had a yandere block, because she's probably going to turn yandere in like 5 seconds. Her voice falters. Her words break. Some friend she turned out to be. You were the one not listening. We walked further away from Tomo. I'm sorry for earlier. Tomo's not usually like that. Oh, it's not a problem. Carrie smiles and waves it off. Tomo's been different lately. A little more worried about me. He's got nothing to worry about. I'm fine on my own. Famous last words. She should be fine on hers. So, why are we heading to the park? I heard a rumor of a vampire attack there last night. Wouldn't the police be all over that place? Vampires don't leave messes behind. Then why? Whatever. And you think we're going to be able to find some clues? It's worth a shot, right? Sure, we should head out right now. Let's not. Why not? There's bound to be people there. We don't want to look weird scouting the park while there's people around. We should go later right now. Oh yeah, that's not suspicious at all. We can head out soon. We won't be spotted. Hey, Kyrie? Why are you so interested in vampires? I mean, not that it's a bad thing. I'm just curious. That's a good question. She searches for an answer. I guess you could say I find them fascinating. The whole thing. Humans and supernatural beings. The relationship between the two. What does it mean to be human? That's much deeper than I expected. No, it wasn't. Now come on, let's get going. It'll be dark by the time we get there. And with that, we're on the hunt. I lived near this park my whole life. Okay, here's where this is going to break, because if the vampire shows up here, in what is technically the town center, there should always be a flow of traffic in this park. So, I'm not going to dig too deep into it, but because there should be always a constant flow of traffic through this park at all times, since it's the center of the town, a vampire attack in the park wouldn't work. I can't believe something like a vampire attack could happen so close to me. It's kind of unsettling at this hour. Some of the streetlights aren't even on. Well, let's get investigating. Carrie scans her flashlight along the pathway. I begin to search around as well. What is it exactly that we should be looking for? Anything out of the ordinary. A slight breeze blows by. Things like blood stains, the sign of a struggle. Anything out of place? This part looks about the same as it always had at night. It's pretty hard to see out here right now. It's so dark. Find something? Nothing yet. Man, I have no idea what I should be looking for. I'm almost certain blood would have dried up by now. Most clues would have been picked up by the police. If there were any clues to begin with. This better not be some kind of prank. Popular Kyrie finally snaps her trap on the unpopular kid. No, Kyrie wouldn't do that. We're out here investigating. And failing. Another breeze makes me shiver. I sigh as I stoop down to check below a bench. I don't feel quite like myself right now. It's dark and cold, and I'm actually a little bit uneasy. The overcast clouds block what moonlight is actually here. And the part lights are dimming too. Of course this is gonna happen. Suddenly I remember the shadow from before. I can't decide which is sillier, believing in vampires and dismissing the shadow, or trying to convince myself I saw nothing when I'm out here looking for a vampire. Okay, that's a valid point. Hey, that guy? I stand back up and look around to find the source of her voice. I can hardly see. It's just so dark. Yes, Kyrie? I can hear her moving closer to me. There she is. And the trap is sprung. Are you feeling alright? That guy? Wake up. Man, I can't move. There's something on top of me. Someone. Kyrie? A laugh. My neck feels wet, and my back feels drenched. My heart's pumping so fast, and it's cold. I feel so cold. I need to open my eyes. Oh, crap, we got a CG! Damn it! I was hoping for no CG. Oh, wonderful, you're still with me. Kyrie, is that... She's covered in blood. A shot of pain courses through my body as she brings a hand to my neck. She brings her hand back up in front of my face. It's stained a dark red. You're surprisingly conscious right now. I won't act like I'm not impressed. You lost a lot of blood after all. I'm bleeding? No shit, Sherlock. She bit me. And I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die! Please, no. Not like this. What's the matter, that guy? That's an awful mark on your neck. You. Shall I kiss it and make it better? Kira puts her mouth on my neck and drinks gently. I feel... Oh, my poor that guy. You're such a damn fool. But at least you found your vampire. You can take comfort in knowing that you're not crazy. You're the shadow. She was tricking me. Just not how I expected. You're so easy to manipulate. Like putty. And you fell for it. Vampires. I never expected to be right. What about, you said before, about a person's soul? A soul? Ha! Not a good that did you. What's so special about a damn soul? No. But you said, do you even have a... I said that wrong, I should have. Do you even have a... Too late. Do I have a soul? Of course I do. At least I think I do. She grabbed my hair and pulls my head up. But when you look at it from my point of view, it's just so much more fun to give in. Human feelings, vampire instinct. What's the difference? We're all just acting on our desires for our own selfish reasons. It's nothing personal, that guy. I've been like this for a year or so. I thought maybe you know something about vampires that would be useful. We don't exactly have instructional meetings, you know. I thought maybe you'd be a bit of fun. She shrugs. I guess not. You're just like everyone else. Completely useless. Well, not entirely useless. She puts her hand to her face and inhales. Blood tastes so much sweeter when accompanied by fear. I can't move. I can't get her off me. And so, my that guy, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to kill you. But then, I think I'll snack on your friend too. Tomo! No, please. I can feel my back getting wetter and wetter with my blood. If this is how it ends? I'm sorry, Tomo. Oh, and that guy? Can I ask you a question? Just one last exchange before you have to go. Why did you decide to spend time with me in the first place? What? Is it because you think I'm pretty? I heard you talking to that brat. You said you wouldn't mind me taking a bite out of you, if I were pretty enough. That guy. Am I pretty enough for you? And that was pretty. We're gonna let the credits roll. For all my mocking... Wait. Something's happening, never mind. Please, no. Don't leave me. I don't want to be lost again. Where are they? I race towards the tree line. Freezing in my tracks, I spot them. I'm too late. The creature laughs loudly as it takes a bite. I can't watch this. There's so much blood. Okay, so apparently this is all taking place from Tomo's point of view. I should have paid more attention. A should have noticed. I'm so sorry, that guy. Shit, she must have heard me. Ah! I see you finally decided to show your face again. What's the matter? You were never the quiet one before. She wipes the blood from her mouth. My blood begins to boil. You took from me. Oh, I'm sorry. Was this yours? I didn't realize it had your name on it. Everything is wrong. A pretty girl like you doesn't need someone like that anyway. Everything is... She's smiling. Truth be told, from the beginning, I had no intention of killing that guy if it proved useful. Don't you dare say that name. Now, weren't you just using your friend as well? You're just like me. I knew it! I called it! Well, save for the blood and gore. She licks her fingers. Like her, she doesn't realize. I'm nothing like you. Then tell me, why did you come here? I like always, following like a puppy on a leash. Spending so much time with your dear friend. And she's about to cry. What a shame. Your tears tell me enough. Well, farewell, Tomo. Enjoy your life. Or what's left of it. I don't have room for dessert right now, but you're still on the menu. I'll see you later. I can't believe you're gone. Why am I crying? Why do I have to care so much for a simple human? I knew she was... I guess it was supposed to be surprising, but again, we're not that easy to fool here on Venus now. I know it was inevitable anyway. I just didn't expect it to come so soon. You should have listened, that guy. I told you not to trust her. I didn't think she was like me. You're gone now. I'm only tied to this human world. My only friend. Gone. What am I now? Am I just like her? That's the curse I've been bound to, and a fate I've been trying to escape from this whole time. Nothing can hold me back any longer. I enjoyed the time we had together, that guy. Even if this was supposed to happen one way or another. You're supposed to be mine, but she stole you away. This was your blood. But don't worry, that guy. She's not getting away that easily. I swear it. I'll kill her. Yep. We all knew she was a vampire. Alright. I'm guessing these are the real credits now. I don't know, but we'll let them roll. So, the game wasn't bad, but saying that it was good is a stretch. Like I said, if you just pay attention... Wait, there are voices? Oh, I guess they're giggling and whatnot. If you were paying attention and just reading it with a fraction of a knowledge of vampirism and whatnot, you could see a lot of the twists coming. And a lot of the dialogue really had to be worked on. The fact that it was a kinetic novel didn't help it a lot. But the end was written really well. It was it was much better written than the stuff leading up to it. And I like how it was revealed in the end credits that Tomo was a vampire. Although, again, you could see it coming. Whether or not maybe she's a pureblood vampire and the other one's a human turned vampire, because she says she's only been like that for a year. Who knows? But it's an interesting little game. I will say that it's much less crap than I thought it was going to be. We'll have to see how that translates to Starswell Academy, but honestly, if they were to put more than a month's worth of effort into it, it could have been an effective little horror game. But, trying to be sympathetic and trying to get us to be afraid of the vampires just didn't work out. But back to the bingo card. So, upon reflection, it's definitely was supposed to be... it doesn't really matter what the character was supposed to be. So, we got created first game. Deviant had text. It's a high school setting. There were event CGs, so we won't have that in. Does it count as a romantic theme? I don't think so. We're not going to fill that one in. It was a kinetic novel. She wasn't a Sandira character, but we did have Sandira. Well, let me back that up, because she definitely felt like more. She wasn't abrasively tsundere, but she did have her tsundere moment. So we're gonna fill that block in. The anime style artwork was there. It was all Japanese cast from the names and the fantasy supernatural setting. So we had no bingo this time around, but there's always another shot. We're gonna keep rolling through the rest of this week until the beginning of May. And we started with Pretty. We're going to end with Taradin, which was by Sign IT. But I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Crush that like button if you want to see more, and I will pump more out. Pump more out of the machine. Just get through as many playthroughs as I can this weekend and in the coming days. If you guys are enjoying the playthroughs, so and support the creators of the game. I don't necessarily like the prologue for Starswell Academy, but it's obviously that there is a smidgen of talent somewhere in the mix there, and show some support and help guide them to much better work in the future if you can. I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits now. We're way over 40 minutes, but I wanted to try and get that all in there because I knew once they said meet me after dark, we were going to get close to the ending. So hope you enjoyed it, and I will see y'all next time.